Coming to you from the studios at the Illinois Rock and Roll Museum on Route 66, it's the Rock and Roll Chicago podcast.
Rock and roll Chicago, rock and roll Chicago, my hometown. Well, I was born in the city, gonna rock the city, Chicago. Chicago rock and rollers are the best year ever around.
Hey everybody, it's Ray the Roadie.
And this is Hollywood Mike. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How you been?
You know, I'm doing pretty good for a Monday.
Yeah, did you survive the winter storm we had Friday? That hellacious event?
Wasn't that brutal?
It was crazy.
That's the job to have nowadays is weatherman.
Yeah, get paid for being wrong.
The last time they said we were supposed to have a blizzard come through, I ran out. I was all in a panic. I said, I'm going to buy my first snowblower ever.
There you go.
And it's still in the box.
Of course.
So I've got a snowblower for sale, everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. They're saying 9 inches up north or 9 inches down here. They had no idea. It was so stupid.
Not a clue.
But luckily, we didn't get any snow so that we could be here at the studio. And tonight, who we got in the studio tonight?
I don't know. Who do we have in the studio?
Crawford's daughter. How you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Great. We got Christy, Mac, and Rich with us tonight. So my first question, where is the name from?
Well, that's an excellent question. We get asked that all the time. Nobody in the band is named Crawford. It's not a family name. When I was a teenager, my friends and I used to watch that really god awful movie, Mommy Dearest with Faye Dunaway. Tanked her career. And we would make fun of it and reenact scenes from it. And it was just ridiculous. But there's a scene in there where Faye Dunaway says, I don't want them treating her any differently just because she's Crawford's daughter. And when I was 15, I turned to my friend and I said, I really like how that sounds. If I ever have a band, that's what I'm going to call it. So
that's pretty cool.
That's it.
I had
so it was a lifelong dream to be called Crawford's daughter.
It was. I thought maybe she was born on Pulaski because some places on Pulaski it's called Crawford.
Nope.
I'm still stuck on the fact that they acted out scenes from Mommy Dearest at home. Just, what do you want to do? Oh, let's just act like Faye Dunaway.
Right. I know.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy movie to watch when you're 15 years old.
It is. I'm divulging a little bit much about myself right off the bat.
So did you start this whole thing?
I did. About 20 years ago, I met Rich and I dabbled in the idea of Crawford's daughter. I didn't really know what I was doing. I met him just out of sheer luck and we started doing some acoustic things. Crawford's daughter, the very tentative version back then, disbanded for several years and then I reformed it in 2011, and we brought Matt on, kept Rich, and had a couple different drummers throughout the time, but
still do.
Yeah, still do. Our drummer is a new dad. He's got a newborn at home, so he's on infant duty tonight. So,
and what's his name?
His name is Ken Naylor.
All right,
and he's fantastic.
And he's your most, I guess, frequent drummer because you said you still have a couple of them.
Right. Yeah. And then we have Rich's brother Dave, who sits in with us a lot as well.
Okay.
So how long have you guys been together?
We've been together since 2011. About 2011. Okay. Yeah.
12 years.
Yeah, 12 years.
And you guys were the nucleus of the band when it was formed?
Yeah. Yeah.
The second time.
Yeah.
Also, there was the first version.
Right. About 20 years ago, I dabbled in it, but we had maybe, 10 gigs in a period of 8 months. So now we work quite a bit. Okay. So, yeah.
So where's home for you all?
Darien.
Oh, that's not too far away.
Not bad.
Lyle.
And that's not bad either. Okay.
We're just sitting back
that's exactly what I said. Yeah. People get comfortable.
Yeah, it's where are you from? I'm from way back there.
How comfortable are you?
And Matt said he's from Lyle. I live in Northwest Indiana, but I used to live in Chicago for about 10 years, originally from Bradley, Illinois.
Okay. All right. And you guys stuck it together. That's some miles between you guys. Well,
yeah.
And where do you consider home base? Every band has like one place that they play a lot and they consider it to be their home base.
We're on the south side, or south suburbs.
A lot of south.
Yeah, Oak Lawn, Tinley Park. Crete. Yeah, it's an exurb.
Mantino.
Bourbonnais, Mantino. We're playing a lot in Mantino lately, but then we've also played in New Buffalo. We do some Northwest Indiana. We played in Kenosha once or twice.
Glenview last week.
Glenview. Yeah.
Wow.
So we're kind of all over.
That's a little bit of a
I do the
drive.
booking. So I book us wherever we can play. So
Okay.
yeah.
Let's get
$25 in an outlet. No.
Right. Have a microphone will travel. So
right. So, Matt, we're just going to kind of spread it around a little bit. Tell us a little bit about the music.
Well, we do basically we don't basically do, but we do soul. We do pop, a little bit of pop, a little bit of country, and a little bit of everything. A little Motown. What else? What
Fleetwood
am I
Mac, lots of Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
So, and what's your role in the band?
I'm the bass player and I do backup vocals.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, we try to punch out some good 3-part harmonies, which we all enjoy doing it. So the way I know Christy is through my brother. She used to be in a band with my brother, group called the Renditions, and you were with them for
8 years.
8 years, and it's before Crawford's daughter. So I would sit in with them once in a while when their bass player wasn't available. And that's how I got to know Christy. And then, everything kind of fell into place, I guess, so.
Right. And I'm assuming you're the lead singer, of course. Yeah. So is most of the music picked because of your vocal style, or does everybody pretty much have input and say, hey, I want to do this?
I think we all have input. In fact, some of the songs that ended up being my favorite songs to sing or to add to the set list are ones that other people have recommended to us, or requests that Rich just suddenly he's kind of I always call him the human jukebox. So if we have a request for something, he usually, just knows how to play it. And then we try it out that night, and then we add some harmonies later on, and it ends up being, a song that we love to do. But, I'd say we all have pretty fair input. I do the set lists every show, but, yeah, I've always loved Fleetwood Mac, blues, soul, rock.
Mm-hmm. So give us the 20-second elevator pitch. I just met you for the first time and you want me to come out and see your show. What are you going to say?
We're a unpretentious, hardworking band with some tight harmonies, as he coughs. We really kind of dive into some obscure songs from the classic rock days, songs that maybe you just didn't think about for a while that people don't cover very much.
All right,
so,
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So the human jukebox over there. You guys write any original music, or you do pretty much covers?
We have a few originals. Actually, a couple of my songs. Thank you. I've done a couple of CDs with other people, and we've done a few of those. We keep a couple of them as normal staples, and I'll usually throw one out there that I haven't done for a while, and Christy shakes along with it.
Yeah.
Tambourine. But yeah, we do. We try to throw a couple, 3 in the show, usually every time we're out. So
yeah. You have instruments with you, right?
I did bring.
He brought his guitar.
Yeah. Might we be able to hear one of those sometime this evening?
The originals?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. We prefer the originals because if we use cover tunes, then we're going to have ASCAP.
I thought about that.
Yeah, right.
I was thinking about it.
On the door.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you pull out the guitar, get that thing tuned up, right? And I'm going to ask Christy over here, what has to happen for 2023 in order for you to say, hey, we've had a successful year as a band? What are you looking to do?
I look at volume of gigs, new places that we can play. I like to, in the winter months, I try to book us at least 5 to 6 times. Summertime, I like it to be 8 to 10, depending on festivals. We can play as a duo, trio, or a full 4-piece band. So a lot of times it's Rich and I, no matter what. But I just like a volume of gigs. I like to try to add some, new tunes. We don't rehearse a whole lot. I'd say we probably rehearse twice a year. We do a lot of what I mentioned before. We'll just try something new at a show, or we'll just email some new songs before, a show and say, hey, you guys learn this on your own. Let's show up and try it out. And then, so just volume of gigs, new places, a good reputation.
Yeah,
and maintaining zero drama. I don't know if that's a big priority for a lot of the bands that you interview. It's a big priority for me.
That is key.
It's probably why we've been together for 20
It's probably why we've been together. Yeah.
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 Yeah. If you don't avoid the drama, you're not going to be together.
Right.
I didn't come on board for soap operas.
Right.
So are you also going to sing, or is Christy going to sing?
He sings lead on this. I sing.
Depends on which one we do. Well, I guess I do.
Which one do you want to do?
Wow, she knew which one he was going to do without him saying.
That's right. Yep.
She almost did. Well, we could. Let's see. Do you do backups on 1,000 Hearts? I don't. No. Are you up to doing backups on Sleeping with the Lights On again tonight?
And when you sing, you don't have to be right in the microphone. You can back off it a little bit for this.
We'll see how this works.
And the microphones are going to pick up the guitar and everything real well.
Okay. Across the TV screen, low pressure coming, Lord, looking at me. I want to know, where did she go? Something banging on my garbage can, a raccoon, possum, a werewolf, man, what could it be? Lord, I don't want to look and see. Skeleton I hear haunting me again. Everybody's got one. Mine took my best friend. Every time she's gone for good, she comes on back again. Yeah, I think she really fixed me this time. I think she really fixed me this time. 'Cause I'm sleeping with the lights on again tonight. I think the boogeyman coming and you're not here to hold me tight. If I could only hold out till morning, I know I'm gonna see the light. Guessing you were right. You were right, yeah. Try to keep from stomping on the floor. How much do we want to hear? Instead I'm counting money, instead of counting sheep. It's not funny, it ain't mine to keep. What did I save? Working like a slave. Infomercial trying to take some more. Hold it right now, send it to my door. And what I need, no. Oh, I've never been the type to plead. Skeleton, I hear it's holding me again. Looking through my window, I just can't let it in. Next time come around, I'm gonna tear it limb from limb. Oh, but there better not be a next time. There better not be a next time, no. 'Cause I'm sleeping with the lights on again tonight. I feel the boogeyman coming and you're not here to hold me tight. Oh, if I could only hold out till morning, oh, I'm gonna see the light. Guess you were right. Yeah, you were right. The abridged version. That's probably a good one to do because I kind of wrote that with this band in mind.
the crowd
There it is.
Juliet.
Wow, the crowd.
The crowd loved it.
Holy cow. That was real nice.
I really liked that. That was great. The harmonies are great. I don't think we've had anybody come in here and harmonize like that.
No.
Wow.
So what was your inspiration for that song?
I was actually kind of saying it. Sometimes they just come to you, you know, and the arrangement kind of did have this in mind with the band that I was at this point working with. It wasn't quite as heavy as some of the stuff I might have done in the past or whatever.
It's got some good driving, you know, the bass and, you know, the rhythm section really kicks it up a notch too, you know.
Yeah, I wasn't hitting all the high notes that I would usually try to hit here.
It's a moving song. Everybody loves it.
It's got a great driving sound on acoustic guitar. It has that Mississippi Delta blues, you know, making the train roll down the track kind of a sound to it. That was great.
Section kicks it too, you know. So
Yeah.
it's really
Just ask the bass player.
Yeah.
No, he's right though. He's right.
it's all about the bass.
Right.
So you do lyrics first, or are you a music guy, or both?
That's a good question too. It all depends. I've got sheets of lyrics that haven't found music yet, and then vice versa. It's a matter of getting in the right frame of mind, and okay, that works there. Get the other book out. Yeah.
So you're the principal person responsible for the original work that you guys do in the band.
For the most part, Christy. Yeah, we used to do a couple of Christie's.
Yeah,
songs. We've
written a few.
All right.
I've gotten away from it, and I'm kind of dabbling on my own with it, and I'll bring it to the band here eventually.
Right.
So.
Right. I have trouble finding time to just sit down and write. I used to write a lot more, and I don't write as much anymore because it's like, who the heck has time? And I said, as soon as my kids are away at college and my wife and I are empty nesters, I'm going to do it. Nope. It just doesn't happen because there's always something on Netflix.
It's got to come to you.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Nowadays, I know I get discouraged, especially I shouldn't say this, but the way the music business or the music is going these days, it's like a lot of the stuff that I come up with is old school, maybe,
right.
Well, it's more than 4 chords.
Yeah.
And now.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I keep holding out hope that it's going to come back around again. And it is slowly but surely. You got a bunch of guys that, fall into that Chris Stapleton mode where they can sound country, they can sound blues, they can sound rock and roll. You don't know what it is, but at the end of the day, they're playing instruments. Mm-hmm. They're not playing a laptop, and the younger generation's starting to realize that again. So that it's coming back around. So.
And vinyl is back.
Yeah. That's right.
Big time.
That's right. We're not getting old. We're just looping through.
Right.
That's right. The funny thing is, like what you just said, Mike, I was listening to Y2 Country on Sirius the other day, and the song comes up, and it almost sounded like a hip hop rap country song, and I was just like, what? I didn't understand it, but I mean, they're crossing other genres. I mean, everybody's doing that.
Right. Was it? I think it was Jeff Foxworthy that said country rap. That's crap.
Bingo.
Sounds like something you said,
there you go. We picked the right one that time.
That's right. I did.
Although the wah-wah would have worked there too.
That would have worked too. You're right.
Either one of those. So tell me about your favorite gig. Tell me about when the venue was right and the people were right and the band was just gelling, and what was the set list? What was the circumstance of your best gig?
I kind of liked when we did last Thursday a lot.
Oh, tell me about that.
Oh, come on. Really? That was just a few days ago.
No.
It was pretty cool.
It was actually, it was the first time we tried to do this. It was a speakeasy kind of a deal where you're throwing back the 1930s, the Billie Holiday.
Where was it?
It's up in Glenview.
Okay.
The Oil Lamp Theater.
Oil Lamp Theater.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that place. Yeah.
And the thing that surprised me the most was that these people, first of all, were coming just to see us and spending a decent amount of money on tickets just to come and sit and watch us. And I guess speakeasies were something they normally do up there quite a bit. So her and I actually brainstormed about 45 minutes or an hour, Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald kind of stuff. And we ended up playing 2/3 of our regular set because they wanted to hear the Fleetwood Mac.
We had played a couple of fundraisers at that theater. That's how we kind of got to know the patrons of that theater. And they were throwing out, I had told them, I said, this is kind of a new gig for us. We're going to do some tunes from Ella and whatnot. And I said, if you don't mind, we'll sprinkle in some of our Crawford's Daughter signature covers, and we do a lot of Fleetwood Mac, and they were yelling out, they're like, we'd be upset if you didn't, we love it, and they were just really receptive, and the acoustics were great. It was really
it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, that comes to mind first of all in lieu of the question. It was a good one.
We did remember that pop-up wine festival we did on the beach in Kenosha.
Oh, that's right.
I don't think you were there. It was a trio gig. It was with our conga player at the time, Rich, and myself. And oh my God, literally they put a stage on the beach. It was anchored in the sand, and the sailboats were there. And it was just absolutely gorgeous. This was in 2019.
And this was where? Where was
in
this?
Kenosha,
Okay.
Wisconsin, at their pop-up wine garden or beer garden. I don't remember which. It was one of those things, but
excuse to drink.
Yeah, but it was just like, and then the sun went down and the sailboats were there, and I just thought, oh my God, if I could play a gig like this, even just once a year, I would be thrilled. It was just beautiful, and the vibe was there. That everyone was really receptive. The scenery was unbeatable.
And that's something that's there's more and more places like that are popping around. Popping up. You should look into things like that. All along, like the Illinois River and Des Plaines River. And when you head like west from here, there's a lot of great places like that where it's the kind of place where people will actually come in their boats and pull up to the docks and the whole bit, and you're playing outside. That's becoming a big thing.
All for it. That was just a great atmosphere. Yeah.
And I love that environment because the people that go to those types of venues, they want to be outside. They're generally adventurous people. They're driving up in a boat or in motorcycles or a jet ski or whatever. So they've already got the kind of personality that you want at the show.
Yeah.
And they're outside. They want to be outside. They want to be with a bunch of people that they've never met before. And the party kind of just happens on its own fruition, really.
Yeah.
And it's a great spot to be.
And if any of these places are listening to this podcast, we are looking for sponsors.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Shameless promotion. I don't care.
Hey, that's what, if we don't do it, who's gonna?
Put it out there.
That's right.
Who's going to do it? That's right. Hint. Jess at Big Basin, if you're listening to this.
Oh,
Basin. Okay.
there they got an ads. They got an advertisement.
There you go. Yeah. Give us a call, Jess. No, Jess is a great girl. I've known her for a long time. So, and I know she's listened on occasion.
So Christy, your singing licks. When did you start singing?
About 7 or 8 years old.
Okay.
I had a Sean Cassidy record player with attached microphone, which was my favorite thing in the world, or my Panasonic tape recorder. I loved Olivia Newton-John, Diana Ross, Donna Summer, Barbara Streisand back in the day. And then in choir every day of my life from 5th grade through college, and did a little musical theater here and there, and then just branched out into bands, which is probably my favorite.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And you guys, when did you all start playing your stuff?
Right out of the womb. No.
You came out with one?
No, actually,
Damn kid couldn't come out with a ukulele. Had to come with a complete Stratocaster.
Yeah.
Marshall Stack.
At least he wasn't a tuba player.
I don't want to age myself. I used to listen to a lot of Beatles, Stones and stuff, I grew up with that, and I work out all of that, the bass, Paul McCartney, you gotta love him, but and then Allman Brothers. I used to, like a lot of Allman Brothers, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and, it's, a bunch of different stuff, but that's where I started, but I was about 15.
Yeah, I mean, people of our generation,
right?
Beatles were a big influence. I mean, they saw the Beatles and they're like, I want to do that.
Well, yeah.
I can do that.
That's because all the girls were going,
That's right. That's
I want to be like them.
That's right.
So, but,
Really, musicians did it for the girls? Is that why they originally started doing it?
You should know that.
Hey, no, not at all. Honey, I love you. Yes. I didn't start playing in bands till after I was married. So. Yeah. So, I need a new, I hosted an open jam last night, and for about 15 to 20 minutes, it turned into everybody telling their favorite musician jokes, and nobody had a bass player's joke. What's your favorite bass player joke? Because I got to go back and tell everybody.
You know, actually, I can't think of one. I'm not really good at remembering jokes. I really am not.
No, that was,
I don't deliver on jokes.
That's okay. It was just off. I was thinking about that as we all laughed about the comments about being born with a tuba and everything. So, yeah. So how do we find you guys on the on social media? People want to look for you.
We are at crawfordsdaughter.com. We're on Facebook, and our Instagram is Crawford's Daughter Band.
Crawford's Daughter Band, not no S, just Crawford's Daughter Band.
Right.
.com. Okay.
Right.
Excellent. This airs in about 2 weeks, right?
About 2 weeks. Yes.
So what do you have coming up about 2 weeks from now?
2 weeks from now.
Anything after like the 20th.
Yeah. We always have to remember to tell, we have to preempt that at the beginning of the show so they can look it up.
Yeah. I know in April, I can mention some April gigs. We have Evil Horse on a duo. Rich and myself will be playing at Evil Horse in Crete on the 22nd of April. April 29th, we'll be back at Bailey's Pub in Tinley Park. And then June and July, we got some, our schedule's completely updated on the website as well. So,
okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So how about another one of them originals?
Oh yeah. I forgot he's sitting over there with that acoustic guitar.
Yeah, it's not a table.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it is.
Yeah, you're right. That's true.
Let's do the 1,000 Hearts. She wore right in the ear, like she owned the whole damn world. Oh, it ain't that far from truthful with the beauty she unfurled. Seen the look of torture in the eyes of the other men. Oh, they're hoping, Lord, they're praying she be theirs again. I was minding my own business when she cast her eyes on me. Oh, gazing with a passion like those women on TV. Then the barmaid warned me, said, watch out there, old son. You know she must have broke 1,000 hearts. She wants 1,001. This old heart been through the wars and stood the test of time. I cannot recall before when it stopped right on down. I seen old fella shake his head as she walked right up to me. Yeah, probably half in disbelief, half in jealousy. She said, I heard you play before, I'd like to know your name. I do a little singing too, our styles are quite the same. Oh, and as she took me by the hand, led me out that door, I swore she must have broke 1,000 hearts. She trying to break one more. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Sitting in my shotgun side is plain for all to see. Oh, well, the fella who shook his head, yeah, he poured right next to me. I saw him get into the car and I heard him slam the door. Shouting out like thunder, he crumpled to the floor. And as she said to Trembling, I tallied up that score. I said she must have broke 1,000 hearts. I think she broke one more. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Excellent. That had a great hook. Wow, I really like that one too. Your tuner is covering your headstock. Is that a Martin?
It is Martin. Yeah.
It is. Boy, it sounds amazing.
Yeah, I just had the stainless frets put on it. Last year, and the guy said I must have played 24 guitars today. When I picked it up, he goes, "This one far and away sounded like the best one."
Yep.
So it's got an action like an electric to it. It's like, I want to check it out.
Yeah, it sounds great. I mean, we've had several people come in here with electric guitars. Acoustic guitars. That sounds great. I mean, that sounded like we were in a recording studio right now with that. Yeah.
So what was your inspiration in learning guitar and when did that start? We didn't finish with you.
We didn't finish with me. I don't know. I started my mom put me in a acoustic guitar mode. I took lessons back in grade school, maybe 5th, 6th grade. And shortly after that, I picked up an electric in the middle of high school, and alluding to some of his favorites, the Allman Brothers, Richie Blackmore, of course, and some of those guys, Jeff Beck. I really wanted to learn how to get around on the electric. So, high school, I kind of started dabbling with that. And my influences have always just varied all over the place, like anywhere from Trini Lopez up to some of the people I just mentioned. And Gordon Lightfoot.
And Rich comes from a musical family too. His brothers play.
Yeah, we all play.
And Matt too.
My mother, she's a great singer. So, and my brothers, so.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. And nobody in your family. Huh?
No, I'm the apple that fell off the family tree into another yard. So
we had a friend of ours in a few weeks ago for an interview named Jesse Perez. You mentioned Trini Lopez.
Sure.
Oh, you know Jesse?
I know who he is. Yes.
Yeah. So he's got a Trini Lopez Gibson, and he brings it out every once in a while and plays it. What an absolutely beautiful guitar that is. So if you ever get a chance to see Jesse again and he brings that thing out, ask him to take a look at it.
There's a Lockport
open jam in Lockport. Lockport.
The brewery right down there. I think.
Well, no, it's actually a place called the Studio, and that's where I host I host that every Sunday, and the second Sunday of every month, Jesse is my co-host.
Yeah.
Okay. It used to be Alexander's. That's
exactly what
I
he
used to play there back when it was Alexander's.
Right.
So across the street from Nick and Ivy's.
Yeah,
down the street.
Down the street. Yeah, it's down the street.
But Rich does an open jam too. He's been
no kidding.
22 years.
Yeah, Miss Kitty's. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. Oh,
Naperville.
So we know a lot of the same people.
We do.
You know Mark Zinni. I've been trying to get Mark here for sure. So tell Mark to get over here and do this. Tell him how fun it is.
Every week.
Absolutely. I know a lot of people from there. Okay. I think I went to that jam, about 20 years ago or so. So I'm sure you and I have met.
Oh yeah.
Because I used to live over in Lisle, over in the Lakeside Apartments off of Ogden Avenue when I first got married, and so I'd gone to that jam a few times. But I live out in Romeoville now, so it's a little bit of a drive for me. I found a couple more around here.
And if any of these establishments are listening to this podcast, we are still looking for sponsors.
Yes, we are.
Contact me.
That's right. Yeah, think about it, Miss Kitties. We could put the Rock and Roll Chicago podcast stage.
Yeah,
right. That's right. Anything. I will do anything. Well, no, not anything.
Well, yeah. Well, you'll do anything. You'll pretty close to it. Yeah.
Let us know when it airs.
Well, I didn't know that. Wow, what a small world. I'll have to stop in there. I'll have to stop in there for sure. Are you guys Wednesday night?
It's Wednesday nights.
Yeah. Okay. See, I knew that. Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty then. Well, thank you very much for coming out on this wintry snow. No,
Winter.
no, it's actually a beautiful day today, almost 60 degrees.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It's gorgeous. But thanks a lot for coming out. You guys sound really good.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Hope to see you guys out and about somewhere really soon.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Thanks for having us.
Well, there you have it. Crawford's Daughter.
Crawford's Daughter.
Yeah, I thought it was named after Pulaski Road because in some places Pulaski's called Crawford.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it actually goes like it's Crawford, then it goes back to Pulaski, then it goes to Crawford, then it goes back to Pulaski. It's weird. I don't get it.
So, are we doing an educational program now?
We could.
Yeah.
We could. Yeah.
I think so.
There's sponsors for educational programs. I mean, if there's any people listening that have educational programs that want to sponsor this podcast, I'd be happy to talk to you.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun. The original music was great.
Loved the original music and their harmonies were
Very good. Yep.
were great. I loved everything about those original songs and the way they harmonized. It was great.
Yeah.
You definitely need to go out and see them.
Yeah, definitely like to, I like to see that there's still some bands out there playing some original stuff,
Right.
As we've talked many times, people want to hear what they know, but it's still nice to have, new stuff.
Right. Absolutely. So if you're an original artist, contact us. We'd love to have you.
Most definitely. But you got to be from the Chicagoland area. Don't call us from Sweden or anywhere like that, where I have gotten emails from Swedish bands that are coming out with a new album. It's like, sorry.
Well, I might consider it if they're willing to pay our way to go to Sweden.
If they pay us to go to Sweden, I'll lie and say they're in Chicago. Yeah.
That's right.
No
That's
kidding.
right.
So, all right, everybody, thanks once again for tuning in and checking out the Rock and Roll Chicago podcast. Make sure you come back next Tuesday for another exciting episode. Have a good one.
Catch you later.
Bye.
The Rock and Roll Chicago podcast is edited by Paul Martin. Theme song courtesy of M&R Rush. The Rock and Roll Chicago podcast does not own the rights to any of the music heard on the show. The music is used to promote the guests that are featured.
Rock and roll, Chicago. Rock and roll.